Hello YouTube, my name is Big Boy Snatch on TV, aka Wakanda Snatch One, because I got playing around. As you can tell by the title of the thumbnail, this is my WWE Raw Review on highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please watch the entire video from all the way from the beginning or towards the end. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more West Coast that I'm doing the channel because I'm on the road to 12K. Follow my social media down below. Follow my social media down below in the description, and let's get started. Alright, now WWE Raw was a solid show, and I give that show a 6.5 out of 10. It had some good moments, but the main event match was good, but it had a lot of controversy. Alright, it says WWE Raw was live from PSD Bank Dome in Dusseldorf, Germany. It says, they're now forever together. We opened with a video package highlights what went down on the Stranger Things edition of Raw, including big title changes and the making official of AJ Styles taking on Gunther today. It's 11 o'clock a.m. Pacific. I don't know before closing the World Heavyweight Championship, but between CM Punk and Braun Breaker, we saw Dragon Lee and Penta help neutralize the division before CM Punk managed to retain the title. Superstar rivals: CM Punk, Logan Paul division, Braun Breaker, Javon Evans, Los Americanos, AJ Styles, and Gunther. We head to ringside as Rhea Ripley and Io Sky make their entrance to kick off the show to a nice pop from the Dusseldorf crowd. Rhea Ripley welcomes Dusseldorf to Monday Night Raw before talking up their win last week over the Kabuki Warriors. The new champs raise their titles as the crowd chants, "You deserve it." Io Sky says that Asuka and Kairi Sane have no respect, but she and Rhea Ripley beat respect into them because no one is ready for Io Sky. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. Alright. Rhea Ripley says the party is just starting because they're issuing a challenge to anyone who wants to step up and step up. A pair do as Liv Morgan, Roxanne, and Perez make their way out to interrupt. Liv Morgan says hi to the pair before congratulating them. She turns her attitude around by saying she never actually lost those titles, telling Rio to hand the titles over before she interrupted by the arrival of Lyra, Kira, and Bayley. Bayley welcomes Liv Morgan back from letting the crowd sing, "Hey Bayley, I want to know if you be my girl." She then addresses the fact that Roxanne was the one who lost the titles for Liv Morgan, and she beat Roxanne Perez a couple weeks ago. If anyone deserves a shot at the gold, it's these two cool dudes with new gear. What do you say in Germany? Rhea says they're willing to take on anyone, and Io Sky starts yelling at all four potential challengers in Japanese. But this cuts off as Kabuki Warriors pull the champs out of the ring before sliding in to go to war with the others. Rio comes back into the ring to join the fray, and it's absolute chaos until the champs clear out the ring. Alright. Backstage, that was a pretty cool segment to start the show. Backstage, we hear from AJ Styles as he says tonight's match is all about respect. I can't just about hear Booker T yelling respect, so thanks for that. AJ Styles says he and Cena don't have much in common, but they bond over this business and have respect. And he's going to get some out of Gunther when he makes him tap out like a little, you know what. We head back to ringside for our opening contest as Javon Evans makes his entrance. He takes on Bravo Americano up next, and what can only assume is to continue the gauntlet to face Grande himself. So we go to commercial break. No commentary hypes up a number one contender triple threat tag team match. As Judgment Day, Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez takes on the Kabuki Warriors and Lyra, Akira, and Bayley. Alright, backstage Finn Balor is too busy playing WWE 2K25 to really listen to Liv Morgan and Roxanne looking annoyed at Liv Morgan running him down about his lack of titles or challenges, as he says, just you see as they walk off. Back at ringside, Bravo Americano is already here in this match gets underway. So we get Juwan Evans versus Bravo Americano. And this match right here, I ain't even gonna lie. This was a this match right here. I ain't gonna lie. This match right here was good for what it was in my own opinion. So yeah, this was a good match. The two circled the mat before trading offense as the crowd chants Ludwig Kaiser for seemingly for no reason. Wink wink as Bravo lands a cheap shot, only to be sent to the mat with a head scissors by Juwan Evans. Juwan Evans hits the ropes to take Bravo down once again, and Bravo leaves the ring for a breather. The other luchadors distract Juwan Evans, allowing Bravo to take control. Setting in with a chinlock that would make a British Bulldog proud. Juwan Evans fights to his feet as he breaks free, hitting the ropes for a leaping punch to send Bravo out of the ring, where he hops over the top rope for a dive. Juwan Evans with a flying nothing as Bravo charges at him, but he lands a leg lariat to take the luchador down for a 2 count. Juwan Evans heads to the cover for a thirst kick, but takes a right hand instead. Thirst kick connects the second time, but Bravo fights back with an airplane spin. Reminds of Tyler Bate. I wonder how he's doing. But instead of going for a pin, Bravo goes up top. Juwan Evans intercepts him for a Spanish fly and falls with an OG cutter. And OG cutter taking the luchador down hard for the win. The winner of the match, Juwan Evans. This was a good match for what it was, but I'm glad Juwan Evans won. Juwan Evans is the future of the WWE, and Juwan Evans has that dog in him, and that's all I gotta say. And Juwan Evans is the future champion. That's all I gotta say. I had to take a sip of my water, but it's facts by itself. Los Americanos take umbrage with this, attacking Juwan Evans after the match to send him over the announcer table on the outside. The trio regroups only to see Juwan Evans back on his feet on the table, and he hops over Grande to escape their wrath. Backstage, Adam Pearce informs Payman that if Braun shows up tonight with bad intentions, tell him to turn around and leave, as tonight is not the night. Paul Heyman jokes that he lives to be Adam's messenger boy and will tell Braun Breaker if he shows up with their bad intentions. Paul Heyman walks off, and we see CM Punk making his way through elsewhere in the backstage area as we head to a commercial break. Alright, so we're back from commercial break. Heavy is the Crown by Linkin Park is the official theme for the WWE Royal Rumble this year because, of course, we had back to ringside for the arrival of CM Punk to a huge pop from the crowd in Dusseldorf. CM Punk has a microphone, and you know what that means as the crowd chants his name. He asks if it's a good day to be in Dusseldorf or what. He's not going to get tired of that privilege of being your champion of the world, and his plan is to be champion forever. But we're on the long road to WrestleMania, and anything can happen. Just ask his friend Cody Rhodes. This gets some boos, but maybe not for the reason CM Punk thinks they're booing as he says he plans to be champion forever. But things could change. He also said he will be fighting. He will be a fighting champion, and before WrestleMania, we have a Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber. Two chance for someone to step up. The road to WrestleMania runs through CM Punk, with the vision in his rear view mirror. He can look ahead to future challenges. He thinks Dusseldorf for their time, but it's interrupted by the arrival of Finn Balor. Finn Balor grabs a mic of his own, staring the champ down before saying he's not waiting for the Royal Rumble or the Chamber and not looking for a handout. When CM Punk won the title, he named Finn Balor as someone he wanted to face, and he's here now, champ. CM Punk runs him down, saying Finn Balor was one of a long list of names before saying Finn Balor too busy playing video games and shining Liv Morgan's shoes. He wants to know if he faces Finn Balor. Will he be facing Finn Balor, or will he face Finn Balor in the Judgment Day, because he already did the numbers game with the Vision. He did name Finn Balor as someone he wants to face because he respects what Finn Balor is capable of. He's willing to go to the back right now, get his gear on, and fight Finn Balor here and now. Finn Balor says he's not looking to jump the line to face him tonight. No, he sees CM Punk gain the hometown advantage time and again in Chicago. And next week we will be in Belfast Ireland. So that is where he wants to face CM Punk. CM Punk doesn't have to worry about the Judgment Day. It'll just be CM Punk against Finn Balor. Alright. CM Punk apologized to the fans and Dusseldorf for Finn Balor disappointing them, and he's going to apologize to the fans in Belfast for their homeland man being put to sleep with a GTS when he is declared still the world heavyweight champion of the world. We cut to a video package looking at Gunther ahead of his match against AJ Styles later tonight, and then head back to ringside. Kabuki Warriors make their entrance for our number one contender triple threat tag team match, and that is up next. So we go to commercial break. Lyra, Karen, Bayley make their entrance to round out the competitors as the match gets underway. So we get the next match. We get the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions number one contenders triple threat match. Kabuki Warriors versus the Judgment Day, Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez versus Bayley and Lyra Kira. This was a pretty good match too. Crowd singing to Bayley as Roxanne covers the ears of Liv Morgan. And apparently tonight is 3 people in the ring. As we start with Bayley, Liv Morgan, and Asuka, who quickly trade offense, leading to a quick near falls. Liv Morgan gets sent to the corner by Bayley, but dodged a charge to take control, only for Asuka to gain the advantage. Things break down until all 3 make respective tags, but the chaos only continues until Roxanne Perez rolls up Lyra Kira for a 2 count. Roxanne Perez gets into the corner where Lyra Kira and Kairi Sane take turns taking shots at her before turning her attention to each other. Kairi Sane has had enough and enjoys the singing of the crowd, dancing after taking her opponent down before going after Lyra Kira for a near fall. But Lyra Kira fights back with a Northern Lights suplex for a 2 count of her own. Roxanne Perez leaves the ring and takes a dive from Lyra Kira, which quickly turns into a 5 of the 6 women going at it on the floor until Kairi Sane takes them down with a dive from the turnbuckle as we go to commercial break. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial break, Bayley gets taken to the mat by Asuka before the 2 make their respective tags. Roxanne unable to make the tag herself before Lyra Kira takes her back down for a near fall. She then sets Kairi Sane up in a corner before Asuka intercepts, but not for long. Bayley takes her down with a back suplex. Bayley looking for a double suplex with Lyra Kira, only for Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez to get in, and we get a Tower of Doom spot instead. Chaos ensues once more, leading to a false pinfall as the referee has to point out the one being pinned was not illegal. Things finally settle down as Lyra Kira lands a backbreaker on Kairi Sane off the blind tag from Bayley. Elbow drop by Bayley, only get a 2 when Asuka breaks it up. Lyra Kira and Asuka fight it out to the outside as Roxanne Perez hits Power Rock on Bayley, only for Kairi Sane to break up the pin that follows. Blonde tag to Liv Morgan as Kairi Sane attacks Roxanne Perez, sending the latter out of the ring, only to get dropped with the Oblivion as Liv Morgan picks up the win. The winner by pinfall, Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. This was a pretty good tag team triple threat match. So Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez are heading to Saturday night's main event. Alright. The pair celebrate, looking forward to their title shots at the match is made official for the January 24th edition of Saturday night's main event. We get adventures of Becky Lynch continuing to complain about losing her Women's Intercontinental Champion even after winning it back last week. All this leads to Becky Lynch addressing that she looks to take Maxine Dupree down once and for all next week in Belfast, so that Maxine Dupree can say goodbye to the big time. Last week, Becky Lynch cheated by pinning Maxine Dupree while Becky Lynch was grabbing the rope. So that's all I gotta say. Next week's Raw from Belfast airs live on Netflix at 3 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, Eastern time. We get an ad for WWE Unreal in its upcoming second season, which premieres January 20th, and then go backstage to see AJ Styles warming up for his match against Gunther later tonight before we head to commercial break. So we head to commercial break. Back from commercial break, backstage we hear from Maxine Dupree and the Babes, who expressed her disappointing in losing last week, but winning meant a lot to her. She had to learn to believe in herself, saying she thinks her friends Otis and Akira Tozawa need to do the same. She then talks about Becky Lynch cheating to beat her last week, promising to take the title back next week when she breaks Becky Lynch's ankle. And I agree with Maxine Dupree. Becky Lynch did cheat last week when Becky Lynch pinned Maxine Dupree while Becky Lynch when Becky Lynch grabbed the ropes. And that's all I gotta say. With that, we head to ringside. Michael Cole introduced Raquel Rodriguez. She gets a fair bit of heat as she makes her entrance before Michael Cole addresses what Raquel Rodriguez did last week. Raquel Rodriguez says that she remembers Stephanie Raquel as someone who smiled when she was told to, but she tired of being cheated out of a title shot. She also sick of people feeling sorry for the champ, saying they can do so only after she done with her. She brings out Stephanie Mercury, but security is quick to defuse the situation, hold her Raquel Rodriguez back. Stephanie Mercury says if Raquel wants a shot, she can take it, and Raquel Rodriguez seems to oblige blindside the champ. That part was funny. She takes a shot at the injured foot of Stephanie Mercury with a crutch before security pulls her back, and a fallen Stephanie Mercury is the last thing we see before we head to commercial break. In my opinion, I think that Stephanie McCure may have to relinquish the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. But it better not be Nikki Bella, though. It better not be Nikki Bella with the Women's World Championship. But when Naomi comes back, she's going to get her Women's World Championship back. So we go to commercial break. We take a look at Drew McIntyre entering a live event in Glasgow as undisputed WWE champion, and will make his first appearance on SmackDown as the new champ this Friday. Well deserved by Drew McIntyre, but it wouldn't hurt Cody Rhodes to lose. So, what if Cody Rhodes was to win the Royal Rumble again? But I hope that's not going to be the case. So I know that Cody Rhodes is going to be a heel. So it is what it is. Alright. So, backstage, Otis and Akira Tozawa talk to Jey Uso about getting a shot at the World Tag Team Championships. Jey Uso realizes how seriously they are and says he and Jim will talk it over and let them know. Akira Tozawa respond to this with a yeet for good measure as Raw rolls on. Back at ringside, the Vision are already here as Dragon Lee and Penta make their entrance for a tag team action. A nice pop for the Luchadors as they get into the ring before the match gets underway. So we get Penta and Dragon Lee versus Austin Theory and Bronson Reed. Decent tag team match. We start off with Penta and Theory with the Luchador taking Austin Theory to task as the crowd lets Logan Paul know how they feel about him being out there. Penta continues the offense with a head scissors before hitting the ropes, only to be taken out with a close on by Austin Theory. Tag to Bronson Reed, who narrowly missed a corner splash as Penta gets the tag to Dragon Lee, who keeps Bronson Reed at bay as he sends the big man into the corner. It doesn't take long for Bronson Reed to turn things around. However, he is dodged in an attack to host Dragon Lee up, landing a gorilla press slam that sends the Luchador into the turnbuckles as we go to commercial break. We're back from commercial break. Bronson Reed has taken control of the match as he keeps Dragon Lee from making a tag, slamming him into the mat for a 2 count. Austin Theory gets a tag, but so does Penta as he takes the newest member of the Vision down hard for a near fall of his own. The fight spills to the outside, where Logan Paul tries to help Austin Theory to his feet, only to take a dive from Dragon Lee. Gets back to his feet, but gets laid out with a spear by Braun Breaker as the referee calls for the bell to end the match. The winner by disqualification, Penta and Dragon Lee. The tag team match was decent, but why did Braun Breaker have to be out there? I don't know. Alright. Braun Breaker is finished as he goes after Penta with a spear in the ring. Seeing that Dragon Lee is back up, Braun Breaker leaves the ring for a second helping, but is caught up by Adam Pearce, who yells at Braun Breaker to get out of here. He's so focused on this that he missed the Vision setting Penta up for a tsunami. He slides into the ring as officials rush down as well. In the midst of the phrases we see Braun Breaker shove Adam Pearce to the corner as he threatens to kill the Raw GM. Eventually, we see officials in the Vision breaking Braun Breaker towards the back as they try to defuse things with Adam Pearce before we go to commercial break. So we go to commercial break. We take a look back at all the chaos that went down moments ago, and I can't help but wonder if we're hearing the ongoing argument in the background of this display. Regardless, we head to the trainer's room where Giovanni Evans checks on Penta and Dragon Lee. Elsewhere, Adam Pearce continues to shout at Braun Breaker for putting his hands on the GM. Since he's clearly not learning a thing, Braun Breaker is indefinitely suspended. Braun Breaker stares him down, before leaving, and Paul Heyman states that Adam Pearce made a mistake. As from his vantage point, Adam Pearce put his hands on Braun Breaker first. So good on Adam Pearce for suspending Braun Breaker. So let's move on. Commentary look to change things up as we go to a video package showing off the celebrities that want to be involved with WrestleMania this year. Lin-Manuel Estra saying, "Bonjour, Mr. Lequez. Lequez may be my favorite bit of this whole thing. Anyway, WWE sends the video by saying, please stop emailing Paul, and believe me, I will be seeing an email from my own. Maybe anyway." Alright, it says, we take a look at the big matches for next week's Raw and Belfast, airing at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on Netflix. Next week on Raw, we get a WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship Becky Lynch defense against Maxine Dupree, and I hope Jessica Carr will be the referee next week. And that's all I gotta say. WWE World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk defense against Finn Balor, and I already know that CM Punk is going to retain the World Heavyweight Champion. We get a video package reminding us that Overfemi is coming, and a look at the end of last week's WWE NXT raising the questions of who will become the new NXT champion after Overfemi vacated. Alright, I already know it's going to be Tony D'Angelo, but Tony D'Angelo has done so much on NXT. Tony D'Angelo should have been called up to the main roster along with JCJ and Blake Monroe. WWE has ruined Blake Monroe, so that's all I gotta say. Back at ringside, AJ Styles makes his entrance for our main event as the Phenomenal One faces Gunther up next. So we go to commercial break. We go backstage to hear from Gunther running down AJ Styles over the demand for respect before going back to ringside for his entrance. We get introductions for both men to get this main event underway. So we get the main event of the evening. So we get the phenomenal AJ Styles versus the Ring General Gunther. This was a good main event match, but it had lots of controversy. Alright, the pair circled the mat before AJ Styles lands a kick to the leg of Gunther. He has to break free of the bigger man grips before being sent to the corner, but focuses Gunther to leave the ring with another kick to the leg. Gunther takes a quick breather before stepping back in the ring, and the two trade offense before another kick forced the Ring General back outside. Gunther steps back in and takes control with a side headlock, forcing AJ Styles to the mat. Crowd heavily in favor of Gunther, even as AJ Styles continues to wear him down with kicks, forcing him to the outside before landing a dive to send him to the floor. The referee begins a count, but AJ Styles rolls in to break it up before going back after Gunther, who holds him up into the apron, slamming AJ Styles against the hardest part of the ring. Gunther goes for a chop, but AJ Styles fights back with a knee to drop Gunther down. He brings the Ring General back into the ring for some more kicks, but Gunther lands a clothesline to take AJ Styles down. AJ Styles blocks another chop, but is quickly sent to the corner by Gunther, who lands a chop, sending the Phenomenal One to the floor outside. AJ Styles is down as we go to commercial break. So we go to commercial break. Back from the break, Gunther is firmly in control as he goes to work on AJ Styles with an arm wringer and a set of chops. AJ Styles ducks the third one for some shots of his own, but Gunther levels him with a clothesline. Gunther starts marking AJ Styles, and this gives the latter an opening for a forearm and a dragon screw. He follows up with more until Gunther retreats to the corner, where he is met with a running forearm by AJ Styles. Gunther fights him off, but takes a Pele kick, allowing AJ Styles to set up for a calf crusher. Gunther is struggling as he crawls to the ropes, grabbing one to break the hold, AJ Styles heads to the turnbuckle, but is cut off before Gunther goes for a sleeper against the ropes. The referee intervenes, and this gives AJ Styles an opening for another Dragon Screw to slam Gunther against the ropes. He goes up top to get the drop on Gunther with a senton leg drop for a 2 count. AJ Styles heads back to the ropes, but a phenomenal form gets countered with a sleeper hold by Gunther, who gets pinned to his shoulders for a near fall to break the hold. To break the hold. What was I? It says to break the hold. Gunther responds with a clothesline before landing a powerbomb, stacking up AJ Styles for a close 2 count before AJ Styles kicks out. Gunther mocks AJ Styles, but is also limping as he lands a couple of hard slaps on AJ Styles. Chop takes AJ Styles to the ropes, but AJ Styles fights back as the 2 trade strikes. Gunther sends him to the ropes, but gets caught in a calf crusher once more. Only this time he breaks the hold by slamming AJ Styles against the mat. He goes after AJ Styles some more, but AJ Styles counters to set up for yet another calf crusher. Gunther crawls towards the ropes, but AJ Styles rolls through to keep the hold locked in. He ends up letting go when he feels Gunther slapping his thighs hidden away from the sight of the referee. But the argument with the referee just allows Gunther to sneak in a low blow. He follows it up with a big powerbomb, and it's enough to keep AJ Styles down for the 3 count. The winner of the match, AJ Styles. The main event match was good, but it had lots of controversy. As you saw, clear as day, they showed every angle of Gunther tapping out to AJ Styles. The referee didn't see that. Then Gunther low blow AJ Styles. The referee also didn't see it. He was talking to the timekeeper's area. He was talking to the ring announcer. Another referee should have came out and ring the bell to disqualify Gunther. AJ Styles would have won by disqualification, and that's all I gotta say. But there were 2 botches by the referee. One by the referee saw Gunther tapping out to AJ Styles, but the referee was distracted and Gunther low blow AJ Styles, and the referee didn't see that. So another referee should have came out and rung the bell, and AJ Styles should have won by disqualification. AJ Styles got robbed in this match. And that's all I gotta say. The winner by pinfall, Gunther. It was a good match, but the ending had lots of controversy. It's only the replay that we actually see Gunther tapping the leg of AJ Styles, which is facts by itself. With Gunther retreating up the ramp to celebrate his outsmarting AJ Styles to take the win as Raw from Dusseldorf comes to a close. Let me read the quick results. Giovanni Evans defeated Bravo Americano, WWE Women's Tag Team Champion, #1 contenders triple threat match. The Judgment Day, Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez defeated the Kabuki Warriors and Bayley and Lyra Akira. Penta and Dragon Lee defeated Austin Theory and Big Bronson Reed, and Gunther defeated AJ Styles, which that match was good, but it had a lot of controversy. And WWE Raw goes off the air. WWE Raw goes off the air. Alright, let me get my experience when I think about WWE Raw. Now, WWE Raw was a solid show for what it was. It had some moments here and there. The main event match between AJ Styles and Gunther was a good match, but it had a lot of controversy. But like I said, as you saw clear as day, that the referee back was turned while Gunther tapped out to AJ Styles, and then Gunther low blow AJ Styles while the referee back was turned. Another referee should have came out and rung the bell, which would allow AJ Styles to win by disqualification, and that's nothing but facts by itself. Last week Becky Lynch cheated when she pinned Maxine Dupree while grabbing the ropes. You can't cheat like that, and that's all I gotta say. I know he'll cheat and all that stuff, but let this one have been a roles of reverse when Maxine Dupree pinned Becky Lynch while grabbing the rope, and the referee saw it, and the referee told Maxine Dupree she can't win that way. That's just a prime example. But anyway, WWE Raw was a solid show, and I give it a 6.5 out of 10. It has some moments here and there, and that's all I gotta say from here. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my WWE Raw review on highlights, so make sure you guys please watch the video from all the way from the beginning all the way towards the end. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content that I do on the channel, because I'm on the road to 12K. I'm trying to get to 12K subscribers before March, and that's all I gotta say. I want you guys to have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang. And I will see you guys tomorrow for my WWE NXT review and highlights. And I will also see you guys tonight for my upcoming world premiere for my WWE Raw review and highlights on YouTube at around 4 o'clock a.m. on YouTube. But remember, like the video, share the video, tell your friends that I'm on the road to 12K subscribers before March. So I need y'all help to get me to 12K subscribers before March, because I am sick and tired of being stuck at the same subscribers. And that's all I gotta say. But anyway, have a great night. Stay safe and always stay too sweet. And I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang. And I'll see y'all tonight of my upcoming world premiere for my WWE Raw review on highlights at around 4 o'clock a.m. Standard Time Eastern Time on my YouTube channel. Too sweet. Gang.